A nation's flag is more than just a symbol. It is a visual representation of its identity, history, and values. Bahrain officially declared its independence on August 15, 1971, but the country had existed for many years before that. This video aims to condense and briefly go over the history of Bahrain using the changes in its flags. Please do not take this video as the ultimate comprehensive overview of Bahrain's history, as it is nowhere long or detailed enough to do so, nor is that the point. Bahrain's history dates back thousands of years, with its significance as a trade hub in the Persian Gulf. Ancient Bahrain, known as Layman, was a vital center of commerce and maritime trade as early as 3000 BCE. Later, it became part of various regional empires, including the Persian Empire and the Islamic Caliphates. From 1783 to 1820, Bahrain's flag was a simple red. This color was commonly used by other Gulf states and was representative of Bahrain's historical affiliation with the Kharijite sect of Islam, which had a strong influence in the region. Similar red flags were also used by neighboring territories such as Qatar and the Trucial States, now known as the United Arab Emirates. During this period, Bahrain came under the rule of the Al Khalifa family, who continue to govern the country today. A pivotal moment in Bahrain's history came in 1820, when the nation signed the General Maritime Treaty with the British Empire. This agreement established Bahrain as a British protectorate and helped secure peace in the region, particularly by curbing piracy in the Gulf. As a result, a white stripe was added to the left side of the flag to distinguish Bahraini ships from those of pirates. The white stripe also symbolized Bahrain's commitment to peace under British protection. This period saw Bahrain's increasing engagement with international trade and diplomacy, setting the foundation for its modern political status. The 19th and early 20th centuries were marked by British influence over Bahraini administration, which helped modernize the country's governance but also limited its sovereignty. In 1932, Bahrain introduced a serrated edge between the red and white sections of the flag, originally featuring 28 white points. This change was designed to further distinguish Bahrain's flag from those of its neighbors. The introduction of the new design coincided with Bahrain's economic transformation, marked by the discovery of oil in 1932, the first oil discovery in the Arabian Gulf. As Bahrain's economy grew, so did its sense of national identity. The country became a center for banking and commerce, attracting foreign investment and modernizing its infrastructure. However, the growing political consciousness also led to calls for greater self-governance. The mid-20th century saw increased movements toward political reform, with growing demands for independence from British oversight. Following Bahrain's formal independence from Britain on August 15, 1971, the national flag underwent a modification in 1972, reducing the number of white points on the serrated edge from 28 to 8. This simplification maintained the flag's symbolic significance while reflecting Bahrain's new status as a fully independent state. That same year, Bahrain became a recognized member of the United Nations and the Arab League. During this time, Bahrain also experienced significant political restructuring. In 1973, the country adopted its first constitution, marking a step toward democratic governance. The ruling Al Khalifa family continued to consolidate power, but political activism increased in response to government policies. The late 20th century saw labor strikes, protests, and demands for greater political participation. On February 14, 2002, Bahrain officially adopted its current flag design, introducing one final change. The number of points on the serrated edge was reduced from 8 to 5, symbolizing the 5 pillars of Islam and reinforcing Bahrain's Islamic heritage and national identity. This change coincided with Bahrain's transition from an emirate to a constitutional monarchy. Under the 2002 National Action Charter, King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa introduced political reforms, including greater electoral participation and the establishment of a bicameral parliament. Despite changes in design, the colors of Bahrain's flag have remained consistent in their meaning. The red represents Bahrain's historical struggles, battles, and the sacrifices of its people, while the white symbolizes peace and Bahrain's diplomatic commitments. The evolution of Bahrain's flag mirrors its transformation from a small Gulf emirate to a modern independent state. Each modification reflects a key chapter in Bahrain's history, its early affiliations, colonial influences, independence, and evolving national identity. Today, the flag stands as a powerful symbol of Bahrain's heritage, religious values, and global presence.